আমি একজন কাউ সার্ফিং অ্যাম্বাসেডর। তো রিসেন্টলি কাউ সার্ফিংয়ের থ্রুতে আমার বাসায় আসছিল ভারতের উত্তরপ্রদেশের আরেকজন অ্যাম্বাসেডর আনস মিশ্রা। সে একজন সে ঘুরতে পছন্দ করে। সে প্রথমে পুরো ভারত ঘুরে তারপরে তার ইচ্ছা হয় পুরো আফ্রিকা ঘোরার। এরপরে সে আফ্রিকার উদ্দেশ্যে বের হয়ে পুরো আফ্রিকা ঘুরে আসে, কয়েকটি দেশ বাদে, বলতে গেলে পুরো আফ্রিকায় কভার করে আসে। তো আজকে আমরা তার মাধ্যমে আফ্রিকার গল্প শুনবো এবং আফ্রিকার গল্প জানবো। Hey. Hi, brother. Yeah, we have a guest now who is a co-surfing ambassador and who visited almost almost all over the African continent. He's Indian. His name is Ansh Mishra. He's a good guy. We have very good relation. So now we will speak with him about his journey across the Africa and about his experience or what he got through his entire journey. So hi bro, how are you?
First of all, thank you so much, Mr. Manav, and of course our brother from Bangladesh, one of the most amazing countries so far I have visited during my whole traveling life or career. So first of all, I would like to say big thanks for giving me this chance to speak about with entire Bangladesh country and all beautiful Bangladesh people. So I'm good.
So at first I want to ask, so why did you choose Africa, not Latin America or Europe or Asia like that?
Okay, for answering this question that why I selected Africa to travel, especially for long journey. So I'll start, I think I should go my little background of traveling career which I started. So before Africa, guys, let me tell you, in short, I'm Ansh Mishra, an Indian nomad digital traveler who is traveling continuous since last 7 years non-stop without any break. And it's almost 50th country I can say to be in Bangladesh, and including Asia and Africa continent. The question as you asked, so in 2017 the madness inside of my body I can say, which started like traveling alone, as we call solo traveling, and that's how it converted my passion. And I wanted to finish my own country, India, which is not just like a country, it's like continent itself, to traveling whole India. So I decided to travel India, and it was like 254 days non-stop without going my home, and I traveled every single state of India during that time, including all the cities wherever I have been. And I became India's first traveler of hitchhiker who was traveling entire India without any money, only by hitchhiking. So that's the first world record you can say which I have made there. And after that, during this COVID 2021, first Feb 2021, then I decided to travel Africa. So why I decided, the question as you asked, people would like to travel almost in their comfort zone. Like we make a plan, we will go there, we will plan there, we should have some contact, then we will plan, oh our friend should be there, we should book the hotel bookings, we should have the information and all. If you'll see, still if you'll talk about Africa continent, people say Africa is a dark continent, Africa is dangerous continent. There you will find robbery, kidnapping, crime, so many things. Anytime, you never know what will happen in Africa. That was also image in me. And if you'll say Africa is all about, people say, oh lion, oh leopard, oh wildlife, there is no infrastructure, there is no life, there is no development, there is no social life. It's all about wildlife, it's all about lion, it's all about murder, it's all about kidnapping. That's all about Africa. I was thinking I should also believe this from the people, from the world, or I should go myself and experience what is the reality behind Africa continent. Why it is so dangerous? Why people call dangerous? Why people call, oh they are black people or white people something? Why this kind of discrimination is there? Is it true? Is it true like they are also, if you go as an Indian, as an Asian, they will think you are the richest and immediately they will cut your head, something like that? No, I wanted to experience by myself. And as I said, I love adventure, I love challenging in my life, like challenges. So I thought, why not let's make not travel in comfort zone even in Africa. I should have traveled while booking the flights, while booking the hotels in advance, while having some context, and then I can travel from point A to point B. But I decided no. Africa, when I landed in Africa on 1st Feb 2021, let me tell you honestly guys, for 5 minutes at Kenya, which was my first country of Africa continent, I thought at Nairobi airport that I lost myself. It was because it was the first time from India to Africa, and India and Africa, it's a different continent. India and Asia, Africa is another continent. First time, like I have seen all the African people only in Netflix, only in YouTube, only in documentaries. Oh, Africa is like this. Really, all the gangsters movies which we have seen, where all good, AK-47, everything is there. And first time when I'm seeing any African guy in front of me, I was looking them and I was also thinking, is it really I'm safe? Is it really I'm good? I'm able to communicate with them. Will they accept me or no? I was also having that fear for 5 to 10 minutes. Let me tell you very honestly. But the first interaction when I started by myself, the Kenya guy, like the airport authority, ground staff of that Kenya airport, and he was very smiling. He said, you know what? Karibu sana Kenya. It's like welcome to Kenya. I for a few seconds I again smiled and I told myself, Ans, relax, cool down. Slowly it will come and you will enjoy this journey. Once I faced the immigration, again they asked some question. It was my first African immigration, which also has been known in very dark, say like bribe, corruption, so many things. But that guy also just asked some random questions, some normal question about me, myself, my career, my traveling, my purpose, my intention, why I'm coming to Africa and Kenya especially, and what are the visas which I have and where I will travel in next upcoming days in Kenya country. Slowly also after having some 5 to 10 minutes conversation, he also said, Karibu sana Kenya, welcome to Kenya. That was the first insight of Africa continent or African people. From there, non-stop 3 years, I should say, I didn't come to my home. Africa became my another home. Africa continent became my another home. Even if you'll ask me, whenever I talk about Africa, I become very emotionally, because now it's like I have their family. I have my roots, the way I have traveled Africa in deeper way. I think I haven't explored any such country or continent so far during my whole of journey. So that is the reason that I opted or selected Africa, to break the misconception of the world that Africa is safe. Africans are one of the most hospitable, kindest and one of the lovable people across the earth. During my experience, I don't know, maybe you have some bad experiences or XYZ experiences, but of course Africa is challenging. Africa is not easy to travel. I have encountered so many challenges, which of course I will try to also highlight, so that any traveler or person who is willing to visit Africa, they should have that safety guidelines for their future.
That's great. That's really great. As you choose Africa, so all we should get be inspired from you. We also should visit Africa to to see how it's amazing.
Yeah.
So now we wanna know some definite things about those countries you visited of Africa. So one by one, you visited almost 40 plus countries.
I think I'll just take less than 5 minutes. I'll start how this started. So from India to Africa, 1st Feb 2021. That was my first day in Africa. Kenya was my first country. From Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, Mozambique, Eswatini, means Swaziland. From there I came to Mozambique to, I came to Zimbabwe to Botswana, Angola, Democratic Republic Congo, Gabon, Cameroon, Chad, Central African Republic, again Cameroon to Niger, again back to Cameroon to Guinea Equatorial Guinea. From there I came to Cameroon again, from there to Nigeria, Niger, Benin, Togo, Ghana, and Ivory Coast, which is called one of the beautiful countries. From there I came to Senegal, Mali, Burkina. From there again I came to Senegal to Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, and then Western Sahara, Mauritania, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt.
You have a good memory.
And from there I came to Central Africa.
It's nice.
These are the countries where I have been so
it's
far.
nice. So now you will tell us about those countries differently.
Yeah.
As we didn't visit Africa, as we can learn something from your journey.
Yeah.
So as you visited firstly Kenya,
Yeah.
so let's start from Kenya.
Kenya, I think now one of the most developing country in East Africa. So there are some category, or if you see the geographical aspect of the map, Africa has been divided in many regions like East Africa, Southern Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, East Africa, Southern East Africa, Southern West Africa. So East Africa, which is known as for almost I think more than 18 countries, if I'm not wrong. and Kenya was as first country. So Kenya is one of the most developing countries so far in East African region, if you see. Apart from that, of course, one of the richest Indian in Africa who is living, that is in Kenya. And as being Indian, if you see, there are lots of Indians, not just Indians, Asians, including Bangladeshi and Chinese and Indians. They are doing good business, especially in these countries, especially as Kenya, which I observe. And
Kenya is getting huge like investment from China, especially over roads and construction. Like
all the constructions, dams, electricity, rail lines, everything is all about from China. Not just China, China and India also, they are developing, like their involvement from Indian government.
So how is Indians living there? How is the life?
I think that's why I should say like half of Kenya, not half of Kenya I should say, 1/3 of Kenya is dominated by Indian people only. And if you'll see
like from which perspective?
Business perspective, and if you see the top 10 richest Kenyan, almost 5 or 6 people are Indian only.
Oh,
yeah, so that's how, like including the ministry level, including the government level, including the business, all the big industry, and if you see the like any field of employment, if you see that has been created by Asian, I should say, not just Indian, including Chinese, Bangladeshi, Indians, and Pakistanis. All these people are doing good business and giving employment to those Kenyan people.
Okay, so I want to know another different thing. As we are Asian, South Asian, we play cricket.
Yeah.
Kenya was also playing cricket at a time. Even in 2003, it played semi-final. So, but now it's not playing good. It's almost like it's dying. Even so, did you see any cricket stadium or people or kids are playing cricket?
Yeah, even in Nairobi, the stadium. But the point is that now these countries, especially in Africa, will go. Only South Africa, which has been known since long time, and Zimbabwe was a country which was also very good at particular old time, if we'll go through. But now these countries which is I think facing some issue related to funding, maybe, or their board, or their because see, Africans are known for their athlete, for running. Let me tell you, if you guys are remember Usain Bolt, right?
Yeah.
So he's from Kenya. So all the top 10 these athletes, if you see, they are from Kenya, and especially Eldoret province of Kenya. Okay. So Kenya is, that's what I can say. They are most popular for football and especially for athlete, for running purpose.
Okay, but did you see people or kids are playing cricket everywhere, like that, streets, over fields?
Very rare and very few. Yeah, very few.
Okay.
Well, I think most of the Indian team only. Indian businessmen or Indian residents who is living there, their kids are playing in the particular, just for entertainment. That's all.
Okay, so we have a lot of huge leads. So we wanna move to next country. That is Egypt. I like Egypt most because Egypt is a culturally rich, historical rich. So tell us something about Egypt.
Okay, so Egypt was my last country before leaving to Africa. So let me tell you, and it was just 3 days transit. And though I'll just count because I got my stamp and it was official. Sure. And at that time, once I landed in Egypt, I got immediately sick. So I was most of the time inside of the hotel where I was staying. Egypt almost like India in terms of population, in terms of infrastructure, and especially Egypt, which is known as one of the oldest civilization in the world. That's from Egypt country, and nightlife is good, food is good, but Egypt has been known for I think some their government or their officials, especially immigrations, has been known very bad image, and which I also encountered during my exit of Egypt country. I think that's the also lead negative image, but if I'll ignore that part, then rest of the people, rest of the country is amazing. Especially it's a tourism friendly country, so you have lots of to explore. And maybe once I'll visit next time, then I'll talk about a lot.
So you didn't visit pyramid or the Blue River?
I visited pyramid also from outside. As I said, it was just 3 days journey. So I have been invited from many of the travel agencies. They like, because of my this whole grand journey, they given me as a grand party. So I was mostly into all these meetups. Rather than traveling myself inside of the city.
So hope next time you will.
Of course, then I'll explore and I will.
Egyptian mythology is so rich, like.
Exactly, it's one of the oldest civilization, as I said, from Egypt. So if whatever we are able to see, the watch and everything, it's all because of Egyptian people.
Okay, so we wanna move to another country like Morocco. Morocco is a prosperous country. It's lies in Arabic and both Arabic and African region, but it's mostly influenced by Spanish culture. Like it's close to Spain and close to Europe. So I met some Moroccan in some other countries. So I felt something different. Like they are not typical Arabic, they're not typical African like that. So tell us something.
Morocco is one of my most favorite country in West Africa, and let me tell you, Morocco is not Africa. There are two countries which is known as a not African country. One is South Africa, which is full of all the expats, and second is Morocco. Morocco is a country where you will find Asian, where you will find European, where you will find Spanish, where you will find Latin American people. It's a mix of diverse culture. Morocco is one of the developed country in West Africa, again I said. And the things which you talk about, Morocco is not a country where people speak Spanish. Spanish, of course, it's because of the France, Spain, Italy, all these are neighboring countries. It's just 50 kilometer, not even 50 kilometer. If you'll see the border, it's just 10 minutes by ship and 5 minutes by flight. So it's and one of the cheapest way to enter in Europe from Morocco only. And in terms of culture, Morocco is one of the leading country in whole Africa continent, and it was the first country to receive maximum number of tourists in across Africa continent. Even so far, it is just because of the safety. It's very safe country, very secure country. Tourism has been developed in huge way, and transportation system is amazing. And I think the nightlife, the vibe, and historical aspect, if you see, Morocco has been known for their Warzaza wood, like we say in India, Bollywood, we say Tollywood, we say Hollywood, in Nigeria we say Nollywood. So Morocco has their own wood that's called Warzaza wood. And let me tell you, out of 100 movies in Bollywood and in Hollywood has been shot in Morocco only, because of they have this their own. This is the film city. They have so many film cities. So all the big movie which we see in our theater, especially for drama in history, like 300. And there is a movie, I'm not able to recall the name, one of the good movie that has been shot in Morocco. So all the big movies which we see in Hollywood and Bollywood, that's from Morocco only. Apart from this, Morocco is also good for traditional, their food, their tradition, their clothes, dressing styles, and their perfume.
So they can wear what they want.
Exactly. It's there is one restrictions in Morocco. It's like not restrictions, of course, because Morocco is also Islamic country, so they are following that culture. But the rest of the Moroccan people, which is near to the Europe side, they are totally influenced by European people. So there you will find people who is, even as a being girl, they are wearing skirts, they are wearing in one color of European dress. So it's mixed, diverse. That's what I can say. You will find all
girls
culture.
can wear even short dresses like that.
Yes, exactly. Wherever it's like beach area or party, it's not like that you're not allowed to go anywhere, or you're not to go to do. It's open country.
And nightlife? What about the nightlife?
Nightlife is also very good.
They have bar, nightclubs,
everything,
alcohol.
Everything. Alcohol, I think I should say, which I'm not able to remember, but I think alcohol is not legal there. If I'm not wrong, because it's Islamic country. Rest of the things are like nightlife in terms of sisa, especially is popular there, even in Egypt also.
So bars and nightclubs
are there, but I think
without alcohol,
I should say.
Okay. And okay, so we wanna move the next country, that is West Sahara. But there is a fact, Morocco.
That's what I wanted to say.
Morocco is saying it belongs to them, but big part of the world thinks West Sahara is a independent country.
Okay.
Even USA during the period of Donald Trump, they also acknowledged West Sahara is a part of Morocco. So what do you think, and what did you see after visiting there?
Okay, so
reaction.
I think this is one of the diplomatic question, and it will be answered also. So I'll not go inside of that part, but my experience, which I traveled from Mauritania to Morocco, I'll say it's not the Western Sahara anymore now, because it's almost 80% of land of Western Sahara has been recognized by Morocco government. All the officials, all the territories of Western Sahara which will go, especially all the big cities of Western Sahara like Laayoune, like Dakhla, these are all taken care by Moroccan army. And wherever you go, you will find Moroccan
So what
armies
about their
like-
government, the West Sahara government?
There is no West Sahara government anymore. Though if you'll see, it was part of Sahrawi, which we Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic. That's what SADR, which we call, and that was also leading by from Algeria militant, like their group from there to there. That's the dispute. So if you'll see, before that there was a French, French people who were ruling, and some says like French, some say like it has been led by some Spanish people also. So there are different time, different empires, different. Samanid has been taking care of those areas. Morocco and Mauritania was also for some years they were ruling together. It's like, but after there was some war between all these three parts, then Mauritania decided to left that part, and finally it came. Majority of the part from Morocco,
going on between
Morocco and then
Morocco.
SADR and Morocco is still taking care. So United Nations who is intervene between two of them and trying to give a peace talk and arranging everything. But now I think wherever you go in Sahara, you will find it's Morocco. There is no Western Sahara anymore. Of course, in terms of Google, in terms of
So what is the people's reaction? Like, what do they say?
I think what my observation was there in Western Sahara, 80% of Western Saharan people are loving Moroccan government because they are getting good infrastructure, good lifestyle, and now it's at least they are in a stable position. There is no war, there is no dispute. But the people who are somehow Sahrawi people, as we say, who is taken care or misguided, or I can say dominating from those areas, of course they want to have that separate country.
Okay, so did you visit Mauritania too?
Yeah, Mauritania too.
So how is it?
Mauritania is also one of the most powerful in terms of religious Islamic country. Especially there you will see lots of restrictions for female, and it's a desert country.
So it's not like Morocco.
Mauritania and Morocco, it's like east, that is like
But the name is so sweet, the Mauritania is.
Mauritania I liked a lot, and if you guys are aware, if you don't know, so it's information for you. The world's longest and heaviest trail only in Mauritania. That's iron ore trail. That journey I have done, which was amazing for 48 hours without any food, without any shelter.